Hey guys, this is Frozen 2 Fanboy 2004 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And for today's movie review, I'm gonna be talking about one of my most anticipated movies of 2022 that has finally came out. And this was easily my most anticipated movie of the month, and probably my most one of my most anticipated movies of the fall season. And that movie I'm talking about is Blonde. Blonde is directed by Andrew Dominic and stars Ana de Armas, and it tells the story of Marilyn Monroe in a more fictionalized manner. It's based off a book, and this is a story of her tragic life, her fame and glory of her from her movies. Meshed with her sexual behavior and having from one husband to another. I've been looking forward to Blonde ever since I heard of the film because first of all, Ana de Armas is a fantastic actress. She's probably one of my favorite actresses. Right up there with Kristen Bell as one of the greatest actresses ever in my opinion. Sure, yeah, you've got your knock knock, but then like Ana de Armas is able to move on to better stuff. I mean, she even regretted doing knock knock, and then we got the Overdrive, which I think I enjoy Overdrive, but it's forgettable. Knives Out was when I first Blade Runner 2049 was when the first Ana de Armas movie I ever saw. I saw in theaters. Knives Out was when I loved Ana de Armas because I absolutely loved the Morna Cabrera's character. She was an amazing character, and yeah, I cannot wait to review Knives Out in December 2019, leading up to Glass Onion. Yeah, I can't wait to review Knives Out. In yeah so and yeah and But No Time to Die was when Andy Armas has come full circle with her potential to be like who she is now. Paloma will always be her best performance. Unfortunately, this year was not her year because we got films like Deep Water, The Great Man, and now Blonde. All three films were got poor reviews from critics. Unfortunately, this year seems to be like a baggy for Andy Armas, and man, I feel bad. Like, why do the critics hate Andy Armas movies these days? Yeah, I wonder if ever Andy Armas is actually going to be in a movie that's well received ever again. Thankfully, in a fan cast on Instagram, I put Andy Armas as a Mystique in the X-Men fan cast Mutants, which like what I said in my video about Deadpool 3, like I'll be making a fan cast video of the future MCU stuff this November, during my MCU content month, and I'll be spoiler alert. I have Ana de Armas as Mystique. Hopefully Mutants can get good reviews, as I expect that to be the best X-Men film. So yeah, enough talking about Ana de Armas' career. Now let's get into the movie itself, Blonde. Another thing about Blonde is that back in January 2022, like this movie was confirmed to be rated NC-17, and man, I was really shocked by that. Like, I was shocked that this was going to be an NC-17 film, and even Andrew Dominic didn't care. I mean, a lot of R-rated movies have a lot of NC-17 movies have been cut R-rated. Like one example being The Kingsman. Yeah, no joke. That was movie supposed to be R-rated, NC-17. But yeah, Andrew Dominic was like, I don't care. Was like, who cares? It's your problem if you don't like this movie being NC-17. Yeah, he really had the balls to make this a lot more tragic, a lot more disturbing, and. And then I saw the teaser trailer like back during the summer. I think July. Yeah, that was. Oh wait, no. I think June. Yeah, I forgot, but probably June. I think, and then I forgot like May or June. Like, I kind of forgot when I did that, but I remember. I think June, because I remember like my Blunt teaser trailer review was one of the first videos I've ever did on my channel, and teaser trailer came out, and then the official trailer came out when I had COVID in July. Yeah, and that was one of the things that maybe made my day, from like when I had COVID and stuff. That trailer, yeah, and yeah, finally the movie came out, and I saw it 30 minutes after its release in Netflix. I was supposed to watch it ASAP, but I had other things to do. So yeah, after seeing Blood for myself, what did I think of it? It absolutely lived up to the hype. Yes, people. Blonde is a masterpiece, and I think it is perfect. Well, yeah, yeah. Blonde is a perfect movie, pretty much, and maybe I'm not sure if it's purely perfect. Maybe like 99.9% perfect. I will say. So yeah. Yeah. I love Blonde. Although I said if you saw my Blunt Chair review, I said that it was going to be my favorite. I wanted it to be my favorite movie of the year. It wasn't my favorite movie of the year, unfortunately. But easily, no, it's in my top three. Like, Top Gun Maverick and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, I'd rank above them. Now, Blunt still has a shot at being my favorite from the year, but I probably need to rewatch it to see like if either this can end up being my favorite movie of the year, or if my opinion that it's like it that there are better movies in this is solidified. So yeah, now let's get into what I love about Blind. Yeah, so first of all, like what I said, I love that this movie is able to have the balls to go dark and disturbing. Like it tackles more on the disturbing life of Marilyn Monroe. So this movie is really unsettling. Yeah, it's emotional. Yeah, it's really dark. Like there's you won't see like a lot of happy moments. Like it's all like depressing, dark moments. Yeah, like and the thing that makes this movie NC-17 is mostly the scenes with Marilyn Monroe being naked, and then yeah, and shots of like well, I don't want to say too much about that, but yeah, I'll say like mostly like sexual content. Yeah, that's why it's NC-17. But to be honest, it was actually easy to get through it. It wasn't as hard to watch as I thought. It was only like a few scenes that were hard to watch. Yeah, and also surprisingly, like I thought this movie was going to be filled with cursing, but they only say one cuss word, and yeah, that word is horror, pretty much. Yeah, that's the only curse word they say throughout the movie, and it's not even that lot. So I'm actually surprised by that. Like, I was expecting F words, S words, those like that, like maybe the C word, but they didn't say any of those. So I'm surprised. So like I'm saying that it wasn't as extreme as I was expecting it to be, but that doesn't matter. I mean I could see why. I mean, it is really dark, and yeah, but honestly, I really don't get the hate. I think people just don't get it. It's really meant to be like that. Marilyn Monroe is definitely not like the happiest person. Like, in fact, I don't far from it. Like, she still like has a happy life. Like, I mean, you can see like there were like some heartwarming moments. Like, and the armor's like feeling like things with her heart, like happy, like especially with her movies. Like how like most of these her movies end up like and especially when she got married to Adrian Brody's character. Yeah, like, and yeah, like the scene of her getting married is probably my favorite scene in the entire film. Like, man, that scene like put a tear to my eye. It was just so heartwarming. Yeah, and yeah, love that scene. And also like Anne de Armas singing like Marilyn Monroe singing Diamonds are girl's best friend. Yeah, man, Anne de Armas has such a beautiful singing voice. Like, I've never heard Anne de Armas sing in a movie until now, and her singing, yeah, on and I remember the trailer when like they played the same Diamonds are girl's best friend song, like that they show in the film. I did not realize that was Andy Armas singing. Like, wow, like seriously, just wow. Like, her singing voice is just impressive, and yeah. So yeah, for like most of the time, you'd really feel bad for Andy Armas, especially in the beginning. Yeah, especially in the beginning with this movie features who I think is probably the most abusive movie mother ever. We're like, yeah, literally her mother is just so mentally insane. Yeah, she's unlikable, but I think they really did it intentionally. So I don't think it's like a criticism, like, oh, she sucks, she like that. But she's definitely the worst character in the film. She's the most mean character, like the most mean mother I've ever seen. But I think it really like kind of makes sense that she does that of all this, cause she is a mentally like she has mental health problems. And yeah, that scene when she tries to And that scene when Marilyn's mother like tried to drown her on the bathtub. Oh my goodness, that was probably the scary, the most terrifying scene in the whole film for me. Because honestly, like, imagine if your mother does that to you. Your mother tries to drown you in the bathtub. My God, that is really dark. Yeah, and I absolutely loved it. Love how they have the balls to do that. And yeah, we see like we also see like Marilyn's mother attacking her for mentioning her dad, and yeah. Speaking of that, like, why does Marilyn like call why does Marilyn call like her husband's daddy? Like, that's weird. Like, that's probably my only tiny nitpick in the film. But although I'm still like, as you can see, I'm still keeping my happy face. Yeah, because like, but yeah, since it called when Marilyn Monroe calls her husband daddy, I think it's kind of weird. But yeah, that's pretty much my only nitpick. Like, if it wasn't for that, then it would have been 100% perfect. And yeah, there. And yeah, another thing like how I feel bad for Anne de Armas for is that like, her first husband, like, I'm not sure, like, I think she had three husbands. I believe like she dated three people. I'm not sure if she got married to her. I can't remember if she got married to her first two dates. I remember it was um Charlie Chaplin's son. Yeah, she was dating Charlie Chaplin's son. Yeah, loved him. I think he's probably my favorite of of her three boyfriends that she dated. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, his name is Cass Chaplin. He was probably my favorite of Marilyn Monroe's husbands. I don't know, husbands or boyfriends or whatever you call it. He was my favorite, and but probably the worst of them, like, is Bobby Cannavale's character. Yeah, he was so abusive. Like, seriously. Like, I'm sure you saw in the trailer when like when Marilyn was like showing off her tits and stuff to her audience. That's how like that second boyfriend abused her, and man, that was really brutal. And yeah, and again, I love how the movie had the balls to do that. Yeah, you really feel bad for Marilyn Monroe, and yeah, the third act and the third act of the film absolutely gets it turns into suspense to, like, in a way, a horror movie. Like, now, not really like horror movie with jump scares, like, if you think about the atmosphere, if you look at the atmosphere, it technically is a horror movie because you're looking at Marilyn Monroe's tragic life, and she really faced tragedy, and really feel bad for her. And there's some terrifying scenes, like what I said, the scene with the mother trying to drown Marilyn, like that can be like an aspect of horror, like. And yeah, but I think the third act really brings out the suspense, that thriller vibe to it, and yeah, it's really creepy. And yeah, and yeah, by the way, Anne de Armas gives the best performance of the year. I think this is probably my second favorite Anne de Armas performance, second only behind Paloma. And yeah, her performance is very powerful, and it's Oscar worthy as well. Yeah, Anne de Armas. Yeah, I know she's gonna win best actress in my Frozen Awards. Yeah, I spoiled that for you. Yeah, like, and yeah. Speaking of which, I'm actually thinking of doing a best the actress and supporting actress first before actor and supporting actor, because I'm more like, I don't know. I'm a fan of female characters, but I don't want to compare male characters to female characters. Yeah. So, and yeah, and the technical aspects, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the cinematography of it, like, is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, this might win best cinematography. That I don't think so, because critics. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I say this had the best cinematography of the year. This was like one of the best, one of the absolute best shot movies I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, maybe in a way, it is probably the best shot movie in a way. Well, unless if you count like the best non I mean the best that isn't from Roger Deakins or Greg Fraser, the two greatest cinematographers ever. Yeah, and yeah, love, like, it's a black and white. They use a black and white color. It makes it feel like a 1950s movie. Yeah, really, like really brilliant. Yeah, directing is brilliant. Andrew Dominik is a genius. I want to watch some of his other films now. Yeah, like this makes you want to check out the other Andrew Dominic films, because Andrew Dominic, he seems like a really underrated director, just like Levy. And yeah, he seems really underrated. Like I repeated that. And yeah, and yeah. In fact, like I think this movie could still like have a shot of getting Oscars. Like if like remember Don't Look Up from last year. Remember when Don't Look Up was panned by critics, yet it still got an Oscar nomination. Yeah, maybe Blonde could do that too. Yeah, maybe like Blonde could be like the Don't Look Up. Even though I don't like Don't Look Up. Even though I don't like the film. I mean, maybe Don't Worry Darling. I mean, maybe it's a sign like that movie like gave a sign saying that even rotten films can still get Oscar buzz. Like Blonde looks like a film that could get Oscar buzz. Like it definitely deserves to get Best Picture nomination, even though I don't think it's gonna win. I think The Whale would be my personal pick to win Best Picture. Because I think it just looks Best Picture worthy, and The Whale is definitely one of my most anticipated movies for the rest of the year. I hope that Anne de Armas gets a Best Actress nomination, because this is easily her. Yeah, her performance is just Oscar worthy. It is mind blowing, and Best Cinematography. I hope so. Oh yeah, also the costumes and makeup and hairstyling, perfect. Yeah, this actually I think this movie could actually win Best Makeup and Hairstyling, because yeah, I don't see any way it won't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, remember when when Suicide Squad like won that award with a 26% Rotten Tomatoes? Yeah, I mean it's just an aspect. It's not like the whole movie. So yeah, Oscars. Do not listen to critics. Nominate this movie for some Oscars. Do not. I mean, you did that with Don't Look Up, which is a pretty bad movie. You can do the same with this. So overall, Blonde is a masterpiece. It is an absolute work of art. It is a very misunderstood film. Yeah, I'm not gonna bash your opinion if you hate the film. It's just that I just don't get it. I'm not sure if you really understand the point of this film. This movie, people say this movie disrespects Marilyn Monroe. I say no, it doesn't. I think it does Marilyn Monroe justice more than ever. This is the best biopic movie ever made. This is my favorite Netflix movie ever made. Yes, even surpassing The Mitchells versus the Machines, and this is the best. Yeah, this is the one of the best movies of the year, and this is absolutely in my top 15 favorite movies of all time list. Yeah, maybe on rewatch this could be my favorite movie of the year. This could turn out, or this could maybe have the same opinion. Like I said earlier, I think this is a movie that requires a second viewing to maybe to go more in depth on the film. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna give Blonde absolutely a 10 out of 10. Oh, and also this is also the most underrated. Oh yeah, also I'm not sure if I said this, but this is the most underrated movie of all time as well. Yeah, easily the most underrated movie of all time. Yeah, I will never understand the hate for this film. So yeah, if you have seen Blunt, what's your opinion on Blunt? And if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch it. And I mean, yeah, NC-17, who cares? Just watch it. Like I'm sure most of you guys are like over 21, and even if I mean no, not 21. I mean 17. Like if you're 17 above, yeah, I'm sure most of you are that age. So yeah, just give this movie a try. So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos planned. I'm gonna be doing a video on my like my Trolls Run is still coming. I just have other priorities to do. Probably my next video will be my a Trey style with Blonde and another masterpiece biopic, another biopic that's a masterpiece. And yeah, it's gonna be like the first non Frozen 2 Trey style, like that's not Frozen 2 involved. And stay tuned for my, yeah, and also I'm gonna be doing a video on I'm gonna be doing a video that I've been planning to do since the start of my video making journey, that and I really need to get out of my chest as soon as possible, and also I'll review on sausage parties in the future, like soon. So yeah, bye guys.